Hello LU staff and students. I have a throwing analysis video of comparing Roman throwing mechanics to my throwing mechanics. I started us both at the set position. We're both looking at our target. We're on the gray line. Our back foot is on the gray line. And we're set up in how we are comfortable with. On this particular day, Roman has had some coaching. He's thrown for multiple days, so he's kind of developed his throw a little bit. So I thought the day I recorded was a good day to record both of us. Out of the set, we're both going to come up. I'm going to stop right at the top of both of our load. Our load with our lower half. Notice how Roman and I have our knee pointing backwards. We're loading our backside, meaning our bum, our glute. And what you're going to hear a lot of throwing coaches say is you want the midline of your body, so from the top of your head down, and you want that midline to get going towards your target. And so that's what Roman and I are trying to do. We're trying to gain a lot of momentum towards our target, so our legs and our arms don't have to do all the work. And both of us are loading pretty well. Another thing that I would coach Roman how to do is try to get a lean going, just a little bit lean when you have that swing with the leg. Roman is a little bit more up and down than I am, and that can be okay if he gets momentum out of this leg swing. So let's keep going. We are really trying to get trying to have this front leg, and I'll show you this leg right here. We're trying to have this front leg get momentum towards our target. And right here, the difference between Roman and I is that if you look at our toes, my toe is still pointing backwards, so that means my knee is still pointing backwards somewhat. His toe is coming around. It's already rotating, so that means his front side, his front shoulder, is going to rotate as well. And so he's opening up a little early. He's still doing pretty good though, as far as loading his body. I still have the angle here. With his midline, he is getting more of an angle, but not as much as it should. You don't need a ton of angle, but just a little bit to get you some momentum. Okay, let's keep going here. I am swinging my leg, and Roman is kind of reaching with his front leg, and we both have our arms in this relatively in the same spot. And it's just with our front leg, we're either getting a ton of momentum by swinging it forward, or we're reaching. And so with swinging it forward and getting momentum, that's how you throw the ball faster. Also look at our back knee. My back knee is a little bit more inside my back heel than Roman's. Just a little bit, but that's another way to get momentum going towards your target. And so then we go into the push-off here. Roman on his front leg, so I'll get him over here. On his front foot, actually, he puts his toe down first. When a baseball player or a pitcher puts their toe down first, their momentum starts going back. That momentum starts or stops right away, and the weight starts going back. If you put your if you put your foot down at the same time, or your heel down, or your heel down, your momentum won't stop as much as if you did when you put your toe down. Okay, so that's the difference between Roman and I there. Another difference is we have to look at Roman's angle here with his back foot and his front foot. If we were to compare that with him and I, mine is going more towards the target. His is going away from the target, which then his upper body, his upper half, is going to have to correct. And how his body corrects might have an injury. So then let's keep going. Roman does a great thing here. So right when his foot touches down, his arm is loaded. When my foot touches down, or my front foot touches down, my arm is not loaded. Roman does something in throwing that I need to do. When Roman puts his arm up in the loaded position here, he is saving his arm. He's letting his hips work, his hips right there. His hips rotate so that his arm doesn't have to do a lot of the work. And so that's something I need to work on, where I rotate a little late, or sorry, not rotate late, but my arm gets up here a little late, and my motion is already going forward, and I'm rotating before my arm gets into the load position here. So that is one of the reasons why I have arm pain. I can get arm pain right there, and I can't throw as long. But one thing that I do is with the hips, I rotate the hips quite a bit when I want to throw, and you can tell that because my back foot is all the way off the ground and rotated, where Roman's stays on the ground. Okay, so we're getting into the release point here. So let's go back to load. This is load, or launch position. So on launch position, we both are rotating. We are both getting ready to pull down on the ball, so that when we throw to a target, it can be pulled down on and the ball doesn't go up. That makes us more accurate. Another thing that Roman does that I need to do, and I'll move it, is that Roman keeps his back leg very straight after release, and that gives a whipping motion for his upper body and makes him throw faster. With me, my back leg retracts. It does not stay straight. So on release, I retract. So that means I haven't pushed fully off of my backside when I'm coming through my motion, and that means when this leg retracts, my upper body collapses, and that means I can't throw as fast as I want. So I need my back leg to be, I need to push off hard and then keep that back leg straight so I can have a whiplash effect with my upper body. And that's going to make me throw faster. One thing that I do that Roman, he can easily work on is right on release, my upper body is rotated. So it goes from launch position to fully rotated, and so my arm, my throwing arm, can go in a swinging motion. what Roman kind of does, and you can barely see it because the video cuts it off, is he kind of, what? No, he does rotate quite a bit. So he's actually doing a very good job of letting his arm swing and not stopping right away. And that's called deceleration. Deceleration is a term that's kind of way past what we talk about in elementary and middle school. But it's a term that baseball players use a lot. That concludes our throwing video. Roman, thank you for allowing me to do this. And this will be sent out to staff and students. I hope you like this throwing analysis. I used the app Coach's Eye to do this video, to do this comparison. And what you can do is make your own video or give a picture of how you throw, and I can coach you through it. So, LU staff and students, thank you for watching the video. Go LU.